One Moment, written by Shri P.S. Chaudhary and published in the year 2014. It was past evening when I arrived at the Gymkhana Club. I went inside the huge hall of the club, saw Shabana Azmi sitting on a sofa with a young girl beside her, and both were glued to an English daily. The Gymkhana Club of Jorhat, Assam has a glorious past and was made by the British tea planters around 100 years ago for the white Britons only. They would go there to chill out on Saturday evenings or play golf on Sundays or holidays. With a huge golf course in front of the club, the Gymkhana resembled more like Lord's or the Oval of London. The opulence is still palpable. The wooden floor of the hall, the dancing arena, the big room for private viewing of English films shown in 16mm, and the first floor, popularly called the upper deck, with a lovely long balcony. They say that the wood for the furniture came all the way from Burma, curtains from Manchester, and the cutleries from Sheffield. And of course, there are some rare black and white photographs of the dignitaries of bygone era who had visited the club, including Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. For anybody, it is like history being revisited. I think Shabana Azmi could hear the sound of my shoes, looked up and said, "Hello." I smiled, asking her, "What is up?" "Well, maybe you could help us out," Shabana replied. "Actually, both of us are solving a crossword puzzle and got stuck at one point." I just could not stop laughing and said, "Are you crazy? I don't think I have ever solved even a Bengali crossword, let alone the English one." Shabana looked at me and said, "Come on, just have a look and who knows." Even after many years, I vividly remember the clue of the crossword. It mentioned, creator of Inferno had fallen in love with her. Total 8. Oh my God! What does that mean? I thought for a few minutes, but nothing struck my head as usual. After a while, I recalled that in late 70s, I had seen a movie called The Towering Inferno, starring my favorite actor Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, etc. And the magazine and newspapers, while praising the movie in their review columns, also mentioned that the word inferno, meaning hell, was actually first used by Dante, the famous Italian poet. The information did not really help me solve the crossword, but I realized that probably I was getting closer. It also came to my mind that Divine Comedy, supposedly the best work done by Dante, was inspired by his lover Beatrice, pronounced as Beatrice, and Dante also dedicated the book to her. Finally, God came to my rescue. The word Beatrice perfectly fitted the blank space, and Eureka! Shabana almost jumped off her sofa like a teenager and filled in the crossword. It was in 1986 when Mr. Heman Barua, a renowned tea planter and an industrialist of Assam, decided to pump in some of his money into films, and accordingly he roped in Nasiruddin Shah, Farooq Sheikh, Shabana Azmi, Dr. Sriram Lagu et al. For a film called Ek Pal, means a moment. Mr. Barua showed a lot of courage and business acumen in funding the project, and almost the entire film was shot outdoor, mostly in the backdrop of tea gardens. The whole unit came all the way from Bombay and stayed for almost a month at Jorhat, a small town in Upper Assam, where I too spent a couple of years of my Salad days. The movie was directed by Miss Kalpana Lazmi, music by Bhupen Hazarika. Incidentally, the local production manager of the unit, Mr. Hazarika, was known to me since long. He was tall, lanky, had bony cheeks with protruding teeth. Most called him as Walrus behind his back. I preferred Joss. One evening, Joss dropped into my house and informed that it would be nice if my family joined a party scene which was being shot after 2 days at the Gymkhana Club. He also added that it would be better if I could bring along another 2 or 3 couples for the party. Accordingly, I informed some of my close friends to join the shoot, which was to be followed by a sumptuous dinner. Within the next few days, we all became close to most of the members of the unit except Nasiruddin Shah, whom we found to be either a snob or a loner. My wife was often called by Shabana to accompany her in shopping and helped her buy Assam silk saris or a souvenir. And parties became almost an everyday affair. I still recall having spent some quality time with Shabana Azmi. We discussed her days in Pune Film Institute, role in the movie Ankur, Father Kaifi Azmi, her brazen political propensity towards left, and even her surname. 6 months later, Ek Pal was released in cinema halls and we all attended the premiere show. For the first time in my life, I saw myself, my wife, few close friends on the giant screen. After the movie ended, Joss congratulated all of us for our contribution and also informed that although the film was not a hit at the box office, but it didn't do badly either. Shabana was courteous enough to shake hands with each one of us and gave an open invitation to meet her if anybody from our group visited Bombay. They say time flies, but I think it moves like a shooting star. Although all this happened around 27 years ago, I still feel, अरे ये तो कुछ ही दिन पहले की बात है. Thank you very much. Now some of the words and their meaning. They would go there to chill out on Saturday evenings or play golf on Sunday or holidays. Chill out means to relax completely. The opulence is still palpable. Opulence means wealth or affluence. Palpable means capable of plainly seen or touched. The wooden floor of the hall, the dancing arena, a big room for private viewing of English films. Arena means a central area used for sports or dance, etc. It was in 1986 when Mr. Hemen Barua, a renowned tea planter and an industrialist of Assam, decided to pump in some of his money into films, and accordingly he roped in Nasiruddin Shah, Farooq Sheikh, Shabna Azmi. Rope in means persuade to take part in some activity. At all means and others. Acumen means quickness, accuracy, keenness of judgment or insight. I too spent a couple of years of my Salat days in Jorhat. Salat days means a time of youth, innocence and inexperience. Incidentally, the local production manager of the unit, Mr. Hajarika, was known to me since long. He was a tall, lanky, had bony cheeks. Lanky means tall, thin and lean. Accordingly, I informed some of my close friends to join the shoot, which was to be followed by a sumptuous dinner. Sumptuous means expensive, extravagant, splendid and rich. Within the next few days, we all became close to most of the members of unit except Mr. Nasiruddin Shah, whom we found to be either a snob or a loner. Snob means a person who believes himself to have superior tastes. Loner means one who avoids the company of other people. My wife was often called by Shabna Azmi to accompany her in shopping and helped her buy Assam silk sarees or a souvenir. Souvenir means memento, a small and inexpensive article given or kept as a reminder of a place visited or an occasion. Thank you very much.